Hello everyone and welcome to the return of Fight Nation. This is Renaissance coming to you live from Unit 9 in Milton, Keynes. I'm Ricky Slatter. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been over 500 days so we've been here since we've been able to do a show, and we are going to crown a new British champion here tonight. Stay tuned, we got plenty more than that. Let's send it right now back to your host, Mr. Charles Crowley. I'll do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fight Nation Wrestling! Yes! That's what we like to hear. Please, you don't have to worry about putting any effort in. We're going to do that. This is going to be easy for you. You're going to lose your minds because we have a spectacular show full of loads of very talented wrestlers that are just desperate to feed your lust for blood. No. It's going to be absolutely wild! Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I'm going to pull something out of my tights.
Uh-oh. This could be anything.
It's the running sheet! Running sheet! Amazing. Oh God, I love this! Without further ado, I've already pulled something out of my tights. The show can officially begin. Ladies and gentlemen, your first contest is the Z-Force Magnificent 7 qualifying match. Introducing first.
Here we go. We're back, baby. What a way this is going to be to kick things off. Conor wasn't expecting to face his opponent tonight, let me tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Conor Mills! It seems we have a last-minute replacement.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent.
It was supposed to be Maverick Mayhew, former tag team partner and friend of Conor Mills, but it is now not the case. The OJMO is here in Milton Keynes. What an opportunity. Could he get the win? Could he win the whole thing? Could he be the next Z-Force champion in the great lineage of Fight Nation of old? Be careful, that's a long way, son. Yes! The master of the heart crab has mastered the half step. OJMO has a distinct advantage here. He knew he was going to face Conor Mills before Conor Mills knew he was going to face the OJMO.
Ladies and gentlemen, the OJMO!
Your master of ceremonies, Mr. Charles Crowley. Your referee, of course, the legendary Chris Hatch. The first match in Unit 9 in Milton Keynes in Fight Nation for over 500 days. It is a terrible statistic. Yes. But it's done now. Let's get it on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the bell has been confidently rung, and we are underway with our first match back here in Fight Nation. This is a Z Force Magnificent 7 qualification match. Crowd resolutely behind the OJMO from the get-go. See, this is the thing, Mills was expecting to face Mayhew. He knows all about Mayhew. He doesn't know as much about the OJMO. Very tentative. Very not sure we're allowed to shake hands at the moment, lads. There seem to be social distancing from this particular handshake. I promise there'll be very little in the way COVID references. And straight away we go into a tie-up. Waistlock transitioned into waistlock. It's waistlocks a mile long here in Unit 9. Nice deep arm drag from Mills, trying to get the early momentum, trying to get on his side. He knows he's got to get out, and he's got to get out strong here. Wasn't expecting to face OJMO. He's got to lay down his position very clearly here. Oh, Mills landing with enough resiliency, and OJMO does exactly the same. It's tit for tat. Hurricanrana followed by a drop kick, and down goes Mills, and it's OJMO who gets the better of the first exchange here. Over the cover. That's 2. Well, barely a 2, not even a 2. Come on. I'm begging you to watch what's going on. It wasn't even a 2. It was a 1. Oh, what an elbow. Mills just flops down to the second rope. That's not a good sign for Mills. We only just started the contest. Remember, the winner of this contest goes through to that magnificent 7 ladder match to crown the first ever Z-Force champion of the new era. It's got a great lineage. Men like Rob Sharp have held the Z-Force champion. Kip Sabian's held it twice. The late Ryan Smile, of course, the first champion way back when. 2015, I think, if my memory serves correct. Oh! Echoing off all the comic book clad walls here in Milton Keynes, and the OJMO felt every single decibel in his rib cage. Oh, there's another one. Ow! The OJMO was trying to say that he did it to him. Doesn't hook the leg, should have hooked the leg. When there's something on the line like an opportunity to be in a Z-Force title match, you want to make sure you hook the leg. You've got to hold things nice and deep. You've got to make sure that you go for every cover and you do it to your very best. Irish whip with a very, very unpleasant landing for Conor Mills. And there you go. Hooking the leg and hooking it deep. Well done there by OJMO. He knows what's on the line here. Last minute replacement, but it does not diminish the opportunity one iota. He knows he's got a great opportunity. The Z-Force division, truly one of the crown jewels of Fight Nation. One of the best places for junior or light heavyweight wrestlers in the world. I say back in the day because we recently came back. I don't know if I told you, but for the first time in 500 days we're here. OJMO knows what it means. He knows the opportunity on the line. He knows that he could be the next Z-Force champion. And you can see him working over the neck, working over the knee. And you know why. He's going for that half crab at some point. The more damage he does to the knee, more damage he does to the muscle, the more damage that those ligaments get. Tried to signal for the half crab. That might have been a mistake, so let Mills know what he was going for. Once again, it's a deep cover. You saw some kind of nonchalance from Conor Mills with some of the covers that he's had in this contest, but OJMOs have been tight, they have been snug, and they have made sure they have bent the opponent over in the way to get the most pressure on the shoulders. You've got to put weight on the shoulders. No weight on the shoulders, you're not going to get a win. It's a capacity crowd here in Unit 9. It's clearly good to be back. We all know it is. It's good to be here. See the fans chanting, cheering, loving every minute of this Fight Nation action. If we're to find out, hang on a second. If you want to find out more about future shows of Fight Nation, or to catch some of the back catalogue goodness that we have, it's www.fightnationwrestling.com. Oh, good run up, bad landing for OJMO. Conor Mills needs to try and turn this to his advantage if he can. Goes off the second rope, beautiful moonsault, pressing OJMO down into the canvas, but because of the damage OJMO's done to the leg, it's not like Mills can really find a position to capitalise. Couldn't go for the cover. Does retain the upper hand though. Oh, what a boot that was, OJMO. If it hadn't been for the top roping, OJMO would have collapsed down to the canvas. What's Conor Mills thinking here? Slingshot uppercut off the second rope, OJMO down middle of the ring. I think that's a mistake. I think Conor Mills could have covered him there. Decided not to. Rebounds off that second rope and clotheslines the OJMO down. This time he hooks the leg. It's not as deep as it could have been, and it does show with a call of 2 from referee Chris Hatch. Crowd trying to get OJMO back to his feet, and he's going to need to get there because Conor Mills has been directing traffic for a little bit of time now. Remember the winner of this match, the first of the Magnificent Seven, a 7-way ladder match to the side, the first Z-Force champion of the modern era. Plenty more than that to come. We start the hunt, the quest for the British Women's Championship. We start the tag team tournament for the tag team championship, and goodness me, rattling the nerves up and down the spinal column of the OJMO was that kick from Conor Mills. And of course your main event, the last man to call himself Fight Nation champion, Chris Ridgeway, going up against one of the best the country's ever produced in Doug Williams. But right now OJMO, he's not thinking championship, he's thinking survival. Trying to reorder him, he's looking for the half crab, it's rolled down. Frenetic exchanges by OJMO and Conor Mills. Who's going to get the better of this? OJMO almost had him. OJMO almost had Mills' shoulders down. Backslides in. I mean, he's to cradle. Oh, again it's a two. Both men trying to get the upper hand, trying to get the win by a roller pod by any means necessary. And do you know what? You've got to do that at this stage of the contest, because we both know that the energy is going. He's going for the half crab and the leg has been worked over. Oh, and OJMO couldn't quite hold on to it. Mills managed to roll with the momentum going the other way. From the second rope again, he caught the moonsault press, and this time the OJMO kicks Mills square in the side of the head. OJMO goes up. Has he got enough? Left in the tank. Mills is prone here. Presses him down to the canvas. Two. Hugged the leg. Used his foot to wrap around the leg as well. He put added pressure onto the shoulder. It still wasn't enough. He's going for the half crab at this time. And this time it is 10 tower. Mills is a long, long way from Kansas, ladies and gentlemen. He's got no way of getting to the rope here. He's going to have to drag the OJMO or try and turn here. I don't think he can turn. If you look at the position, look where his left arm is. He's not near a rope. He's going to have to drag OJMO the wrong way. He's trying to, but he's a long way away. He thought he was going to tap, but he doesn't. But he's close. Mills knows he's close. The opportunity is slipping through his fingers here. Managed to turn the momentum of the OJMO. I can't believe he's done that. But look at the OJMO still holding on to the leg as it go. He's relentless. Oh, small package and dropped him on his head on the way. Well, Mills just slugs him on and kicks him on the way down. He slung him on the top rope and kicked him on the way down. And he's in real danger now as the OJMO. Mills has him. And Mills drops it. Gall, blimey, governor. Good night, Irene. Hooks both legs. And you could have counted to 6 or 7. Mills advances.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Conor Mills!
What a contest that was. That is how you say hello and how do you do. Welcome back. The OJMO tried to make the most of the opportunity presented to him, but Conor Mills has overcome the odds. He didn't know that it wasn't going to be Maverick Mayhew until the very last minute, but he has adapted and he's overcome, and he will be in the Magnificent 7 to crown a Z-Force champion in the near future. Pick it, wait a minute, Conor Mills now, pick it, no! Conor Mills pick up the OJMO! No! It's a hug! It's been a hard time for everybody, and it's good to see two men at the very top of their game showing each other that kind of respect, but it's been lacking in the world, it must be said, in the past 2 or so years. It's nice to see it front and centre here in Milton Keynes, and of course here in Fight Nation. What a return that is to Fight Nation, and of course to the Z-Force division. So the very best in the OJMO and Conor Mills putting it all out there. They're back. It's been almost 2 years and they look fresh and they look hungry. We've got plenty more hunger coming right now. We are talking about the British Tag Team Championship in Fight Nation. We got 8 teams, 8 of the best teams. It's quarter-final time. Who is going to be the Fight Nation Tag Team Champion? There's only one way to find out. Let's hit it to the ring.
What do you think of that match? Yes! I liked it when Conor Mills kicked him in the back and it had my eardrum. Wasn't that crazy? Without further ado, let's move on. The next match is a Fight Nation Wrestling British Tag Team Tournament quarter-final match! Introducing first, the Brothers
Scott and Joey all the way from Winchester, being accompanied by a very, very suited and booted Kieran Bruce indeed. Leading the Brothers Or into battle. Kieran Bruce knows what it's like to be a tag team. Part of the premier tag team in Fight Nation way back when in Liquid Dreams. Him and Jake McCluskey, they rocked the world. They were #1 in Bermuda, #1 in Grenoble in the French Alps, and also the Seychelles. The Billington Bulldogs. Mark and Tommy, they have some great lineage in their family ties, let me tell you. But it's not just about that. It's very much about what they can get done today. Let me tell you, if you have not seen the Billington Bulldogs before, prepare yourselves for quite the spectacle. All I can say is that the Brothers Or have got their work out for them here. I'm not sure Kieran Bruce is going to be allowed in ringside. Has he got a manager's licence? I know Johnny Storm has a manager's licence. The last time we saw a manager in the ring. The Brothers All, the Billington Bulldogs, the winner advancing to the semi-finals to crown British Tag Team Champions here in Fight Nation. The Brothers All having a moment to console each other, take stock, saying he pulled my hair. I'm not sure if Tommy did pull his hair there, but you'd have to have got a deep, you'd have to have a deep handful to pull his hair. Chancery is backed up into the ropes.
2, 3.
Oscar Harding with a lenient 5 count. He wants to see there be definitive winners. He doesn't want it to end in a DQ, and neither do we. He likes it. Look, we're going to see a pose down. I don't think Tommy Billington's going to get him for that. A serious competitor. Both him and his brother Mark from Goulburn. Both around the £190 mark. Brothers All have the weight advantage, have the height advantage. They have the experience advantage. They wrestled for about 6 more years in the Billington Bulldogs. The experience doesn't always count for everything. As we've already alluded to, Billington Bulldogs, famous lineage, nephews of course of the Dynamite Kid. You can certainly see the resemblance when you see Mark and Tommy. You can see a bit of the Dynamite Kid in them. Bit of irony here. Oh, no, he's pulling Billington's hair. He's trying to pull his nose off, but it's not going to work. Vicious kicks. Vicious stomping motion. just to inflict pain, really, not to gain an advantage, just to inflict pain, just to hurt him. Well, so there's that lineage coming into play. You can see that is how they've been trained. They have that lineage, like Kieran Bruce, consoling the brothers or letting them know that he's in their corner. Torrey trying to wrestle his way out of this waistlock. What's he got in store? He reversed it, and he didn't just hold the waistlock, he turned it into a back suplex. He didn't hang about, that was the thing. The brothers all have been taking their time, but when Tommy Billington's not here to muck about. Are we counting that as a tag? Are we counting that as a tag? Is Oscar Harding counting that as a tag? I'm not sure it was. And Mark Billington with a tope suicida takes both members of the brothers all down. He took to the sky, and he has a reward. And the reward is an advantage here in this quarter-final match in the Fight Nation British Tag Team Championship Tournament. It's a huge opportunity for both teams. They don't want to pass up, they've got to stay on their opponents, because if they don't, someone's going to get the sneaky roll-up, someone's going to get that hit that propels them, gives that momentum forward to the semi-final zone. Referee's got to be careful of that. Referee's got to be careful of that. It's finally a legal tag. And once again, it's vicious stomps from the brothers all. Look at this, rapid rights. Get in there, referee. Not just a nonchalant cover, that's just an offensive cover. Completely disrespecting his opponent and disrespecting... Oh, that's a clean tag, well done lads. Uh-oh. Oh, Mark Billington in the wrong part of town takes a senton. Oh, that's a good cover though, putting all the weight, all the pressure on the shoulders of Mark. Scott and Joey, been in the business 10 years of the brothers, all trained by the man on the outside of the ring, Kieran the Bruce. Former stalwart of Fight Nation Tag Team Wrestling, as we've previously mentioned. Billingtons, they've been going for 4 years. Oh, and all 4 years just felt that boot right to the chin. 2 against a very deep cover. You wonder if that comes from experience, or whether that just comes from passion, the desire to win. I'm not sure, but very, very deep covers. You have to put the weight on the shoulders, you have to hook the leg, you have to hook it deep. That's exactly what the brothers are doing here. And the Billingtons had a very strong start, especially when Tommy was in the ring. But it's been very much all brothers all for the last few minutes. It's another legal tag, and Mark has got to be getting a bit worried. He's been on the apron a bit too long. Tommy clearly worried that Mark is sustaining a bit too much punishment here. He's going to need to get a tag at some point, or the brothers are going to walk this. But went for one more, maybe went for one too many. One Scott with a chop takes down Mark Billington. That is the most nonchalant cover of the match, and it goes the other way. We had some really strong, deep covers, and now we have this nonchalant business. And do you know what? Nonchalance is not going to make you a tag team champion. This is the quarter-final. You've got to go through 3 matches just to become champions. You're not going to get there with nonchalant covers like that. Scott is down, and this is the opportunity. Tommy almost jumped into the ring in preparation for a potential tag. And it is Joey from the Brothers Or, and it is Tommy Billington. Look at the speed, look at the pace. It's not just quicker, it's got mad. Beautiful gut rate suplex. Off the top with a knee. Gets the cover, this could be over, hasn't hooked the leg. Hasn't hooked the leg, and also we had to worry about the fact that Scott was going to run in. And Scott has just been dumped out of the ring unceremoniously. Hey, wait a minute. I get Kieran Bruce down. No reason to be on the ring apron. Tommy Billington's got to watch his back here. Oh, and Kieran Bruce takes it right in the side of his face. And Jerry makes a big mistake. Oh, goodness me. Wait a minute here. The Billington Bulldogs are setting up. Oh, it's a bad day to be a brother of the Brothers All. Hook of the leg. 2. Now the Billington Bulldogs advance to the semi-finals.
And your winners, the Billington Bulldogs!
Well, the Brothers All fought a good fight and they had a lot of control, but as soon as Mark Billington got Tommy Billington back into the ring, it was short-lived. Kieran Bruce, he tried some skullduggery. Instead, he got a shot to his skull for his troubles. And it will be Mark and Tommy, the Billington Bulldogs, heading into the semi-finals of the Tag Team Tournament. To the side, Fight Nation's British Tag Team Champions. Kieran tried to propel the Brothers All, but it didn't work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have it here. The wanker in the suit, his name is Bruce.
Alright, Kieran Bruce is not happy. His protégés, essentially, the men that he trained, were already out.
Well, I don't approve of that kind of language. Quite frankly, you're irrelevant right now. You two, on the other hand, what the hell was that? I built the tag division in Fight Nation as a part of Liquid Dreams.
That is true.
In to carry on the legacy, and you let me down. You're both pathetic. Knock him out! Knock him out! Knock him out! So right now, boys, you get out, you stand there. I'll issue an open challenge. Even dressed like this, I'm ready.
What?
And I'll show you boys, and I'll let you scumbag here in Keynes exactly how it's done.
He's laying down an open challenge. Oh, he's taking the jacket. Well, he's offered an open challenge, and that's never a good idea. Uh-oh. Oh, dearie, dearie me. You have to wonder if Kieran Bruce may well have just bitten off a little bit more than his mouth can chew. It is a bad day to be Kieran Bruce, let me tell you. He built the tag team division. Oh dearie me, that's about to count for nothing.
You want some of this, do you, Mark? You boys ready? You want to see how it's done? Yeah.
Let's see how it's done. Moser looks like he was chomping at the bit. in the backstage area here. Oh, just knee strikes Kieran Bruce right in the head. And that is a Fight Nation record, surely.
And your winner,
He came, he saw, he kneed the man in the skull. Kieran Bruce said, let's see how it's done. And Moser was the man who was writing his name on that particular page in the history books. Well, Kieran Bruce hasn't moved. Kieran Bruce is just out. He hasn't, since he got struck by that knee, he hasn't moved. Moser's actually left. Moser has left the ringside area and Kieran Bruce is still out cold. Well, the brothers are all trying to very slowly get Kieran Bruce back to his feet, but look at that. One slipper, one white foot, good night. He's out. It is a bad day to be Kieran Bruce, that much is sure. The poor man, I can see just out of camera shot, he's just been rolled ever so gingerly out of the ring. He may need some recuperation, I have a feeling. The brothers all eliminated though from the Fight Nation British Tag Team Tournament. That means the Billington Bulldogs, they're going to go forward. Now already tonight we have seen one man put his name down for the Magnificent Seven, that being Conor Mills. We've got another one to the side, right here, right now. Who's going to be in that ladder match? Let's find out.
thank you. What just happened? I mean, what do you think of the Billington Bulldogs? Yeah. What do you think of the brothers all? That's what I thought. Have you seen their YouTube videos? They have this cool saying. It's like, "Wah!" And it's more like, "Wah!" I'm like, sorry. You happy to see David Rosen? You're definitely happy to see David Rosen back! Now on to the next match. And that match is another Z-Force Magnificent 7 qualifying match. Introducing first.
Conor Mills has already punched this ticket. We're about to have another ticket punch right here, right now. He doesn't look like he's coming to lose, does he?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Kit Knox!
They know him in Milton Keynes.
And his opponents.
Kit Knox, no stranger to Unit 9. Rode out here with the Bone Brothers a few times. He knows the lay of the land very well. Could give him an advantage. Kit Knox has been in the ring with Visage before. But Kit Knox better be prepared.
Give it up for Visage!
Oh, Scarding's your referee. So here we go then, the second qualifying match to determine who is going to be in the Magnificent Seven to crown the first Zed Force champion of the modern era. Who's joining Conor Mills? Will it be Visage? Or will it be Kit Knox? Both competitors trying to get a feel for each other. And mostly here it's a case of speed, it's a case of agility. On Kit Knox taking the opportunity to roll up Visage. That was a smart move. Well, their back was turned. Oh, Kit Knox is tripped by the wing. What a great move that was by Visage too. Could have won it early. Could have been the second quick victory of the evening here at Renaissance. Visage has been relentless so far. Very deep cover, very deep hook of the leg. It's exactly what you need to do to prepare yourself through a situation like this. Both looking for the win. The quicker you can get it, the better it will be for you. Visage, 6-year veteran of the game. Double the experience of Kit Knox, only 3 years in the business. Both have been trained by some of the very best in the country. Visage trained by Styx, Joseph Connors, Chris Ridgeway, who of course we're going to see in our main event this evening for the British Heavyweight Championship. Kit Knox trained by the bad boy John Ryan and Flying Mike Bird. There's lineage there. Oh, pushing Visage to the outside, shoulder and head colliding with the apron on the way down. Second hardest part of the ring. Count out. Disqualifications, of course, are in effect just as much as the pinfalls and submissions are. Kit Knox hasn't gone out to get Visage back into the ring. That's not a mistake. Can win by a count out. If you can win by a count out, it doesn't matter. Might not seem like the most sporting way of doing it, but hey, he'll put Kit Knox into the Magnificent Seven ladder match, and that's all he care about at this point. Visage takes a splash and takes a beautiful suplex. Oh, he's flown over by Kit Knox still. Oh, turns into a swing net breaker on the way down. Once again, deeply pulls on that leg and puts all the weight on the shoulders, but only got a 2. First time in 500 days Fight Nation's had the privilege of being in your homes, and we're so grateful that you have chosen to see the very best of Fight Nation and the very best of British wrestling right in your homes. Thank you so much. What a knee. Oh, what a kick, and that could be it. Go for the cover. Go for the cover, Visage. Didn't go for the cover, and you might think that'd be a mistake. Kit Knox looked done for, he looked prone. Didn't take the opportunity. You have to take those opportunities. If you don't take those opportunities, you could lose it. Oh, Kit Knox has been brought down the hard way, the Hurricanrana from the top, flipping those legs. Oh, sandwich, Kit Knox. He seemed to be up there for an eternity as gravity was doing its job, and then bang, Visage just decided, no, you're coming down the hard way whether you like it or not. Visage deciding that they don't want to win it by a count out. Big boot into the corner goes Kit Knox. And Kit Knox has been struggling here. Visage is getting most of the traffic. Visage over for the cover, hooks the leg, not as deep as Kit Knox did, it's only a 2. Visage has more experience, you'd have thought maybe they would probably take a deeper route when it comes to the cover. Just like Kit Knox is doing, really wrench on that leg and put all the weight on the shoulders. Don't leave anything to chance, don't give your opponent room. I could be going for the Yas. Went for the Yas, it was countered. So was the attempt at a super kick. Oh, they're both hitting the very best shots and it's duck for duck, but finally, bam, and there it is, Kit Knox. Kicks, floats over, Famouser, middle of the ring, deep hook of the leg, 2 3/4, says your referee Oscar Harding. Could be thinking pedigree. It's how he likes to finish off his opponents. Visage is trying to fight out of this. Successfully has broken the grip. A headbutt, and that has rocked the world of Kit Knox, and could be thinking, yes, one more time. Kit Knox is in real trouble. Hits it. Knocks him right on the side of the head, but Kit Knox rolls to the apron. That means that Visage can't quite make the cover, and Kit Knox falls away and has Visage's chance to get into that magnificent 7 contest as it slipped through her fingers there. They bring Kit Knox in the hard way, and there's forearms and there's shots, it's back and forth at this point. It was all pretty much Visage didn't take the opportunity to make a cover when I truly believe that they should have done so. Wait a minute, it's Kit Knox. Kit Knox has got the wig. Oh, the wig for Oscar Harding, that's a low blow. I don't think Oscar Harding saw it. And there's a pedigree by Kit Knox, middle of the ring. Over for the cover, once again a deep cover 2, and that'll do it! Kit Knox has gone through.
And your winner, Kit Knox.
Kit Knox has gone through Visage. I think they should feel cheated by that. Had the better of the contest, but Kit Knox using the wig, gaining an advantage and using a low blow. And Kit Knox is in to the Magnificent 7, joining Conor Mills. Will Kit Knox be the first Z-Force champion of the modern era? Kit Knox doing his very best there to use the skullduggery to his advantage to get through to the Magnificent 7, where he has now joined Conor Mills in the opportunity of a lifetime to become a Z-Force champion in the near future. But right now we're going to talk about the British Women Championship. We have never had one before in Fight Nation, but we have one, and it's going to be decided in a female league. 5 of the very best women in this country are going to fight for the right to be British Women Champions. It's going to be a round robin format. The winner will face the winner of the 2nd and 3rd playoff. Who is it going to be? Who knows? But let's get it started. Let's find out together.
How are we feeling? Next up, we have a women's match! Oh, hold on a minute. Jeez. So so I got this right here. This is another league. 5 women in a round robin contest. The winner will advance to the final. 2nd and 3rd place will compete, and we'll crown a new women's champion. So, introducing first.
Dancing at home. If I'm dancing, then so are you. One of the 5 women in the hunt to be the first Fight Nation British Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, big, dangerous, scary mammal, she's so sexy, Clementine!
I'll go through that in a minute. I'll go through it now. So Clementine, regularly aligned with Mr. Charles Crowley as BDSM, in case you're wondering why the crowd were chanting it. But Clementine has her work cut out for her here. The native for San Benedetto del Tronto. DiMatteo, Clementine, 2 of the 5 women fighting to become the first ever Fight Nation British Women's Champion. Chris Hatchell referee, bella's gone. We're underway here at Fight Nation Renaissance, Unit 9, Milton Keynes, the first Fight Nation show, the first show of any kind in this building for 500 days. I hope I never have to say anything like that again in my life. I'd like to think you'll agree. So it's a native of Cropredy against a native of San Benedetto del Tronto. The experience is 2-1, 8 years in the business. Has Laura DiMatteo under her belt, Clementine just the 4. DiMatteo trained for the Progress School. Clementine trained by Greg Burridge, Gary Vanderhorn. Somewhere in London, swings to Lucha Libre, I believe. A school of some kind. DiMatteo trips the legs, looking for an advantage. Works round to a crossface. Transitioning into a chancery, just basically trying to keep the pressure at this point, trying to make sure the advantage belongs to Laura DiMatteo. Deep arm drag by Clementine. She's feeling it here, trying to pump herself up. It's been hard for everybody. Let me tell you, it's been hard, folks. A lot of these wrestlers have not wrestled a great deal in the last 2 years. So finding their rhythm and getting the feeling out process is taking a bit longer, you're noticing that there's a bit more of a tentative nature. And that's because there's so much on the line. We've got the Z-Force title that is on the line, people fighting to get into Magnificent 7. We've got these 2 women fighting to become the next and the first, therefore, British Women's Champion. Of course, the tag team tournament as well. All the belts are on the line. Of course you're going to be tentative. It's not just the break that everyone's had from the world of wrestling, but it's because they're big opportunities and they are on the line here tonight. Of Caught by DiMatteo and Clementine. Driving a flatliner with Clementine sandwiched in the middle into that turnbuckle. Hatch gives it a 2. Good hug of the leg. Could have rolled a bit more weight onto the shoulders. Release that fisherman suplex. Extra damage at the end. Released it at the last possible second, so it kind of snaps the lower of the back into the canvas. You don't always see competitors go after it, but I tell you what, if you can go after the back, it's the best part of the body to go after. It is the trunk of the body. You hurt the back, it's game over. Clementine fights her way up to the second rope. Beautiful crossbody center of the ring, hook to the leg, there's 2. Ooh. Hatch was in the perfect position, certainly a 2. DiMatteo did very, very well indeed to kick out of that. Very back and forth nature, and again it shows you what it's all about. Deep cover, we're seeing a lot more deep covers. It's almost like the rest of us, they're waking up as the match goes on in every single one of these contests. You're actually seeing slightly more nonchalance at the beginning of the contest, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, I'm in a fight here. How do all these buttons work on this machine? And then when they've worked out how the buttons on the machine work, they've got to start pressing them. They've got to go for the deep covers. They've got to go for the quick covers. If they want to win in this environment, in this new strange world we're living in, folks, they need to make sure they get the covers, get them quick, get the opportunities they feel they deserve. Once again, working over the back, DiMatteo with the knee pressed right into the middle. And once again, straight back to the back. The upper and lower part of the back have been worked over relentlessly by DiMatteo. Could be thinking Veni Vici at some point in that seated octopus-like manoeuvre. Hence the working over of the back. Did I mention I've pieced that together all by myself? All by myself, I've pieced that together. She's working over the back to then apply a hold, which predominantly goes after the back. Thank you. I will be here for the rest of the evening. Checks in the mail. Flurry of offense from Clementine has DiMatteo rocked. Kind of slumped in the corner. Thinking Bulldog, gets Bulldog, middle of the ring. Forehead went down first. 2. Oh, I thought she could have been knocked a bit dizzy, but there was enough wherewithal in DiMatteo just to shoot herself out of that.
She's so zesty.
Oh, look at this. Look at the strip from Clementine, almost hit it. Couldn't quite get it all. Shoulders a pin, 2, only a 2 for DiMatteo. Russian leg sweep. Veni Vici, she's trying to get it hooked in. She has got it hooked in the middle of the ring. And Clementine is not just a long way away from the rope, she's a long way from reversing this in any way, shape or form. The limbs are contorted in the favour of DiMatteo here. Well, Clementine with sharp elbow, just about got an elbow free and just kind of flailing really. Not much finesse or technique to that. That really was just a case of, I've got to do what I've got to do. Fling an elbow if you have to. She wants to become the first British women's champion here in Fight Nation just as much as DiMatteo does. Lifts her up and slams her down, and DiMatteo's in real trouble. Hook and leg by Clementine, 2! No! It's only a 2, says referee Chris Hatch, and Clementine was assured it was a 3, and I've got to be honest, my heart was thinking it was a 3 as well there. What's Clementine got for an overture? What can she pull out of her bag of many tricks to pull away DiMatteo? She's up high. We've seen a crossbody last time. What are we going to see this time? Oh, went for the drop kick, but nobody was home. And DiMatteo moved down the way very swiftly, and Clementine is now in all sorts of bother. The back has been worked over thanks to Veni Vedi Vici as well. Step up into Guri. Clementine is on the proverbial spaghetti leg. DiMatteo lifts up Clementine, and it's not looking good for Clementine here. DiMatteo drops her down for tombstone. She absolutely spiked her into the canvas, and that'll be all for Clementine. DiMatteo advances.
And your winner, Laura DiMatteo!
Well, I know that Charles Crowley won't be so happy about that, seeing Clementine lose in such a fashion, but what a match. That was a real showcase of what Fight Nation is all about. We're not just about the high flyers of the Z-Force division, we're also about tag team, we're about women's wrestling, and that was showing you some of the very best. Clementine put her heart and soul into it, but it was not enough to stop Laura DiMatteo from picking up the first win in the female fight league here in Fight Nation. Well, Laura DiMatteo, very magnanimous in victory. Saying to Clementine, you're right, well done. A deserved applause here in Unit 9 for both athletes. But it is DiMatteo who picks up a vital victory in the first victory of the first women's match of the new era here in Fight Nation.
How are we feeling? Yeah! Okay, but seriously, are you ready for some more? Yeah! Yes, that's what we like to hear, and we are going to give it to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we are excited. Oh, we are excited.
Must be really excited to chant, we are excited. I love it! Yeah! The next match is another singles match, Z-Force qualifying match. Introducing first!
Your third qualifying match for the Magnificent Seven. Who's joining Conor and Kit Knox in the big bad ladder match? Let's find out now. From the deepest, darkest, henchest gym.
Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at a massive 76,521 grams, standing at a ginormous 1,678.4 millimeters, the henchest and heaviest guy in this tournament, Big Guts Show! And ladies and gentlemen, we have another last-minute replacement. Gentlemen, are you ready, Big Guns Joe? Of course I'm ready, I'm massive. Because here is your opponent.
Well, Big Guns Joe.
Yo!
Been expecting Alex Roth, and he's not got Alex Roth.
Yo! When I say oh what you think you are, I'm gonna be so nice to you. When I see, I want you, I'm ready for you.
Two very different entrances, but one very similar goal.
Dereiss is on fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, men like Dereiss!
Dereiss is on fire! Dereiss is on fire! Really? Small gun show! Small gun show! Small gun show! Small gun show! You're so tiny! You're so tiny! You're so tiny! You're so tiny! You're so
Big Guns Joe's going to have to try and put the volatile crowd in Milton Keynes in his peripheral. He needs to put it way into the back. He's got to concentrate on a man like Dereiss. This is no tall order. He's the henchiest and heaviest guy
on fire! Dereiss is on fire!
in any of these qualifying matches.
Nobody measures up to man like Dereiss! Right,
It's a collar and elbow tie. Referee for this one is Chris Hatch.
Big guns, Dereiss, big guns, Dereiss, big guns, Dereiss.
Big Guns Joe had no time to prepare for this change. Supposed to be Alex Roth. It's man like Dereiss. Conor Mills at the beginning of this broadcast. He managed to overcome that last minute change that he had. Will Big Guns Joe do the same, or is man like Dereiss gonna run through the henchiest man in the Z-Force division here in Fight Nation? A man like Dereiss looks like he's not even trying. It's effortless, absolutely effortless. The native of Birmingham, hooking the legs, only a one. The man from the henchiest gym finds himself on the seat of just a one count. Early days. Big Guns Joe trying to turn Dereiss over, instead gets flipped out over the middle ring. Man like Dereiss, what's he thinking here? Over the top, it's a kick to the side of the head. That was intelligence. He realised that Big Guns showed slightly more awareness. Didn't decide to go for the high risk move. Decided at the last split second, no, kick him in the side of the head. Which, to be fair, doesn't sound very technical, but boy oh boy is it effective. Referee Chris Hatch telling Big Guns Show to get it back in the ring. The fact of the matter is that this is a double count out. They're both eliminated. One would imagine. Conor Mills, Kit Knox already through. 4 other qualifying matches still to come. They'll take place later this month in sunny Sevenoaks. Oh, a man like Dereiss kick to the midsection. Showcasing incredible athleticism. Big Guns Joe has not got an answer. A runner flips over with a senton. Hook of the leg. Chris Hatch in position as 2. It's only a 2. Couldn't rotate enough of the weight onto the shoulders of Joe. Like Dereiss, you thinking abdominal stretch here? Who's got the bigger guns? And Big Guns Joe does find a way out of it. Beautiful uppercut sends Dereiss into the other corner. And like Dereiss from the top, lands on his feet, kips up, and catches a shotgun dropkick right into the heart of Big Guns Joe. Man like Dereiss has had the number of Big Guns Joe pretty much from the start here. Sit out Machinoku drive, that's 2, says Chris Hatch, and it's only a 2. Man like Dereiss is saying, count a bit fast, Hatch. I was in the position to see where Hatch was. He was in the right position at the right time. Got to put more weight on the shoulders. You've got to put the man down. You've got to hold him down. Still to come, our huge main event for the vacant Fight Nation British Heavyweight Championship. One of the best to ever do it from these shores. The Ambassador Doug Williams against the last ever Fight Nation British champion in Chris Ridgeway. That is going to be quite something. And so was that landing for a man like Dereiss. He went down the hard way. Deadlifts man like Dereiss and just drops him down. Big chance here for being able to get back into things. Driving all his air into the lungs, squeezing every little bit of oxygen out of a man like Dereiss. And a gut-wrench suplex to carry on showing that strength that he so proudly wears. It's a good hook of the leg, it's not so deep. And is that why it's only a 2 from referee Chris Hatch? Took a bit too much time undoing those straps, so I'm being honest. I'm not sure how that aided him in their ship form. Really, it just gave an opportunity for a man like Dereiss to come over the cutter just like that. Off the rope. Twirls him down, catches him, Dereiss in the blue thunder. 2, no! Hatch almost came down for the 3, but not quite. Place in the Magnificent 7 for the vacant Z-Force Championship is on the line in this contest. You're watching Fight Nation Renaissance, and there is a renaissance in the British wrestling community happening right here, right now. Spearheaded by men like Big Guns Joe, spearheaded by men like Dereiss. But which one of these 2 competitors is going to march on to that big 7-man ladder match? Super kick, absolutely picture perfect by a man like Dereiss. Head of steam, Big Guns Joe's in trouble. Up at the last minute with a spinebuster, and he puts all the weight onto the shoulders, but it's not enough, and it's only a 2. Big Guns Joe can be as incensed as he likes. He can put his straps up as much as he likes, but it's still going to be a 2 count. Trying to turn a man like Dereiss once more. Hasn't done a lot of work on the legs or the back, but that won't matter if he's got him where he's got him. Man like Dereiss is not close enough to reach for ropes. Big Guns Joe screaming at man like Dereiss. He's screaming at him. Screaming at him for trouble. I'm not sure man like Dereiss is going to be able to get to the ropes, so he's having to do the only thing he can, which is turn him. The Big Guns Joe is tenacious. Man like Dereiss hooks him up. Big Guns Joe does the same. Wait a minute! With the rope! Chris Hatch didn't see it! Chris Hatch didn't see it!
As a winner, Big Guns Joe!
Well, I'm not sure how fair that was. I'm not sure how fair that was. Do you know what I have to say? Man like Dereiss is protesting to Chris Hatch. He's saying, look, he had the rope. He had the rope. He did have the rope, but Chris Hatch couldn't see it as obscured. And Big Guns Joe is officially your winner. You might not like it, but that's what it is. And he is marching on to the Magnificent 7, joining Conor Mills and Kit Knox in that big 7-man ladder match in the future to crown the first Z-Force champion of the modern era.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is not every day you get to see the biggest, hedged, strongest man in professional wrestling against someone that is on fire. How are we feeling? Yes, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another tag team tournament match. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Introducing first.
The Billington Bulldogs have already stamped their tickets. Who is going to join them in the semi-finals? Will it be Trew and Lacy? Tremendous opportunity right here They've run off into the crowd. Come back, lads. Come back, lads. There's a big opportunity in the ring. Come back. Lacey have a tall order coming to the ringside now. If they want to progress to the semis, they're going to have to go through Northwest Strong's finest tag team. It's not the last time we're going to say Northwest Strong tonight, let me tell you. And the young guns look up for this.
Ethan Allen, Luke Jacobs, the Young Guns!
Oscar Harding's going to have a hard time keeping track of this. He's saying one man in, one out. That's the way it works. It's the way it's worked since time immemorial. So wait for the bell to ring. An very eagerly awaited tag team contest. There's been a lot of social media. I believe the word is traction. Feels like a tractor. There's been a lot of traction on social media about this match, how much it's been looking forward to, and here it is. We're starting out with Ethan Allen in the black trunks. It's Mark Trew with the blonde ponytail. Luke Jacobs on the apron for the Young Guns. And Kieran Lacy on the apron for Trew and Lacy. Very, very evenly matched. Let's get that out of the way first. There's not much different in height, there's not much difference in weight, there's not much difference in experience. And you can see here we've reached the point where they've begun to realise this is not going to be a walk in the park, this is not going to be a cake testing session, this is going to be a difficult contest. If they want to get into the semi-finals and join those Billington Bulldogs, they're going to have to pull some rabbits out of a hat. I'm not sure how many rabbits. How many rabbits would you give for a semi-final? The Olympics are happening at the moment. They seem to be pulling quite a few rabbits out to get to their semis and finals. I'm going to say 6 rabbits. If I have a higher bid, please do get at us on Twitter. Find Fight Nation on Twitter and tell us how many rabbits. Ethan Allen's had that headlock in, side headlock for quite a while. He's determined not to relinquish it. If you have the advantage, you've got to keep on it. Well, I believe everyone's been saying it these days. It's very popular to say commentators curse, so I'll let it go with it. As soon as I said Ethan Allen had a good hold in the headlock, he lost it. Oh, look at that kick. Listen to that kick. You can look at it, but listen to it. Ethan Allen has been commanding here, and Mark Trew back to his feet. He's not going to give in that easy. He's calling for a test of strength. He's not afraid of the challenge, and this is a challenge. And straight away, as soon as it happened, Ethan Allen, you can tell they hang out with Chris Ridgeway, the way he countered that. As soon as the test of strength was engaged, he was immediately thinking, how am I getting out of this? How am I going to counter him down? How am I going to grind my opponent back into the canvas? That's exactly what was on his mind. If you're Mark Trew, if you're Kieran Lacy, you're going to have to try to go for the speed. I truly believe that when it comes to technical prowess, it is going to be the young guns all day long. When it comes to Trew and Lacy, they're going to have to rely a bit more on the agility, a bit more on the speed. If there's any difference between the two, that is probably it. And they're all fast, and they're all agile, and they're all skilled. But if there is that one subtle difference, it is going to be the power game is going to favour the young guns here. And there you go, there's some of that speed, that we said that would be needed. But look at that, straight into technique. When speed runs into technique, it runs into a tag. Mark Trew said he wants Luke Jacobs. He's just come in. If I was Mark Trew, I'd make the tag. He said he's not going to make the tag. I'd have made the tag there personally. Ethan Allen's been running him ragged. It's not just Chris Ridgeway that the young guns are trained with. The grizzled young veterans of James Drake and Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson. And you can tell, two very, very technically proficient individuals, three I should say, I can't count because you're all not reffing, three individuals with great technical prowess, and the young guns have absolutely adopted that. They've absolutely taken that to heart, and you can see every single motion they do. It's about control, it's about discipline, it's about making sure that you control your opponent. It's not always about the power game, it's about making sure if you can grab a limb, you keep the limb. That's what you're seeing here, just throwing. Had him in a waistlock, threw him straight to the ground. Look at this, just riding him. Straight from a chancery, holds the chancery literally for a split second just to get the position, and then he's dominating because that's exactly where he wants to be. He wants Trew and Lacy to expend all that energy. That's what he wants. That's what both young guns want. They want him to expend the energy and they will strike. I'm telling you, Trew and Lacy, they have to go for speed. They have to go for speed. If they don't go to the speed, if they try and get on the technical level, I think the young guns are going to find themselves in the semi-finals pretty damn quickly. Conor type, and there it is, that power, probably the only advantage you could classically say was in the young guns' favour. Aside from the technique, they have a slightly better power game, but it's that speed. Mark Trew, and now there's a tag finally. Mark Trew should have made that tag a long time ago in my opinion. He's worn himself down quite a bit, and he's left Kieran Lacy with a lot of work to do. Tried the gator roll, goes from chancery into hooking, very tight referee. Oscar Harding making sure that is not a choke. It's not a choke from my vantage point, I'm sure Oscar Harding says the same. What a bridge out of it. And Jacobs now has the commanding position. I'm telling you, I'm not the manager of Trew and Lacy, but it should be speed, speed, speed. Do not get into the ground game with the young guns. It's a mistake, as you can see here. Just like Ethan Allen was all over Mark Trew, Luke Jacobs, conversely, is all over Kieran Lacy here. Good tag. That was a good tag. He could see that it was a case of trying to control Luke Jacobs, had to tag himself back, and he certainly did so. Oh, what a chop. So one thing you might notice, there's not been much in the way of cutting the ring in half. As my dear partner, Twisted Genius Dean Ayas would say, cutting the ring in half, making it diagonals. Not been so much of that, but to be honest, the young guns haven't needed to. They've pretty much had the prowess all over Trew and Lacy. Trew and Lacy haven't really had a chance to get going. I went for a double suplex, but coming to help his partner. Had two drop kicks and the young guns are momentarily rocked. Can Trew and Lacy get some momentum going their side? Double Japanese arm drag, lifts the man up, wheelbarrow. Oh, what elevation, what hang time. But look at that. Ethan Allen rolled straight outside the ring. There was no chance for a pin attempt. Kieran Lacy found wanting for a pin attempt. Young Guns taking a moment to recuperate. Oh, the recuperation should not always be done on the outside because it's not safe out there, as that press demonstrates. And there's a tope suicida. Oh, but what a kick there by Ethan Allen, who was on the prowl. He took a moment to take a surveying of the land, and the Young Guns, thanks to that intervention from Ethan Allen, have control. And from the top of German, and a European uppercut at the same time, hook of the leg, and it's deep, but it's only a 2. And I've got to be honest, I thought that could have been it. Only a 2. Fight left in Trew and Lacy, clearly. Oh, and Ethan Allen is going to look to chop every single piece of it out of their opponents here in this quarterfinal match in the Fight Nation British Tag Team Tournament. Look at the control. Ethan Allen had his foot all over Kieran Lacy, and the moment he relinquished it, bam, there was Luke Jacobs to do the very same thing. It's controlled tag team wrestling. And Kieran Lacy, much like Mark Trew was in the beginning, finds himself in the opposing corner and being dominated. Aggressively controlled. They have not had opportunity to use that speed game. And I have to be honest, this is tag team wrestling, you know, it's whatever the opponent, it's whatever the opponents do to you that's going to make the difference, but it's what you do in terms of preparation, what you can do. And I believe Mark Trew should have made a tag much earlier in this contest. He was left to fight for himself. Oh, what a shot. I think Kieran Lacy may have been winded by that last kick by Ethan Allen. It echoed off every single one of these black comic book clad walls in Unit 9. Fran's trying to wheel Kieran forward, but at the moment the Young Guns game plan has been absolutely superb. Doesn't hook the leg though. That was a nonchalant cover. A nonchalant cover. I have no idea what Ethan Allen was thinking there. They know they're in a fight. When they had that German suplex European uppercut combo and only got a 2 count, that should have signalled to the Young Guns that, hey, look, you've got the control, but it doesn't mean this is going to be a walk in the park. Absolutely brutal and perfect execution of a pendulum backbreaker. He kicked him on the way down for good measure. Ethan Allen and Luke Jacobs are relentless. Kieran Lacy just, well, at this stage, just kind of flailing his legs out, trying to get some purchase, trying to get some connection to see if he can make his way to a tag. But the Young Guns have got this controlled. They haven't divided the ring in half. They've literally just prowled around and owned the entire squared circle here. Body slam in the middle. Once again with the kicks. Look at the colour. Look at the colour of Kieran Lacy's back. Oh, his chest is going to go the same colour as his back now. He's got a funny colour of red, let me tell you. And once again, look at the control of the Young Guns. Luke Jacobs had his foot on the neck of Kieran Lacy as he was down, and as soon as there was a position for Ethan Allen to attack, he was straight on him. Well, Kieran Lacy is fighting for everything he's got. Look at, he's trying to survive here. And it's so hard every time he has a head of steam build up, he's taking another forearm, he's taking another chop, he's taking another knee, he's taking another kick. He's going to have to make the tag, he's going to have to make it soon, otherwise the Young Guns are going to win this. Well, here's a moment. It's not the first moment he's had, it's not the first opportunity, but by God, he's going to make this one count, and make it count, he does, and finally Mark Trew is in there. Trew and Lacy have been run ragged. Is this the moment? The speed comes into play as a Hurricanrana. A super flurry of offense. He almost went 180 with that. Body press. High angle cannonball. He's got to go for the cover. Should have hooked the leg. The way this contest has gone, you have to hook the leg. You're not in the driving seat. You're not in control. They've literally been in control of the Young Guns for about 20, maybe 30 seconds. If you get that opportunity, you have to make it count. You have to hook the leg, put the weight on the shoulders. Look at the strength trying to just deadlift. And once again, the control of the Young Guns comes into play. Oh, it's a miscommunication for the Young Guns, and the Young Guns almost lost it, and that is more like it. From Trew and Lacy, they have to use the speed, they have to go for those quick moments. That's how they're going to win this. They're going to have to go for shock and awe. They're going to have to go really quick. Oh, assisted code-breaker. He's not the legal man though, and that's a mistake from Trew and Lacy. And you wonder if that mistake is going to cost them. Wasn't the legal man, and the worst thing was that Mark Trew hooked the leg and hooked it deep. If he'd have been the legal man, it would have probably been a free count. Double round of miscommunication, both for the Young Guns and Trew and Lacy in this quarterfinal match in the British Tag Team Championship Tournament. Still to come. The other component in Northwest Strong, the final Fight Nation champion, Chris Ridgeway, going up against the ambassador of British Wrestling, Doug Williams, who's recently come out of retirement. Oh, look at this, lighting him up, making him redder and redder and redder. He's going to be the colour of steak by the time Ethan Allen's done with him. Oh, wait a minute. Ethan Allen was in a precarious position, fought his way out of it. Clothesline takes Mark Trew into next week. Olympic slam, angle slam, call it what you will. It's devastating and it hurts the sides. And now there's a crossface applied, and the crossface is in deep. The crossface is in deep, and Kieran Lacy is in trouble of tapping. And Luke Jacobs goes to block. There's no one to get him out of this, and the bell's gone. The bell's gone as he tapped out. It's a draw. It's a draw. Did he tap? I'm hearing them. We'll have to wait for the official word from Charles Crowley. I'm hearing draw. He had him in a crossface. What's going on? Well, Oscar Harding trying to break this up. What? It's a draw. A time limit draw, and I tell you what, Young Guns are not happy about it. They say he had him, they say he tapped. To be honest, there was no one coming to rescue Kieran Lacy at that point. I think the Young Guns have got a point. Oh, but this is not the way to display it. Oh, come on now. Putting the boots in, taking their aggression out, this is not right. No, wait a minute. Cradle pole driver and kicked him at the same time. Oh, they just wiped out Mark Trew, taking all the anger out of that poor man's neck and skull. Well, the Young Guns have a case, but if the time limit has expired, it's expired. There was no need for that cradle pole driver kick at the end, though, I must say. Reprehensible. Well, I don't know what happens now. Are both teams going to be eliminated? What's the ruling here? Can someone tell me? Can someone get in my ear, please? Tell me what we do. Are they eliminated? Are both teams out? The Young Guns attack them. Well, Trew and Lacy said there's going to be a rematch. And I've just heard. I've just had it confirmed. It is now official. Young Guns, Trew and Lacy, they will get that rematch. Neither team has been eliminated, as far as I understand at this point. We'll get second clarification. But at this moment in time, it will certainly be a rematch between the two teams. That much we most certainly do know. Now, however, we're going to switch our attention to something far more sinister, far more deadly. No belts are on the line, but something else is on the line. A lot of pride.
This is a Thursday. They just went all that time. They did absolutely everything. Can I hear some noise for that fucking match? Come on! Let's do that! Thursday night! match. I made this next match happen.
Yep. It's going to be something, all right.
Oh yes, this is one of my most favourite people in the world, and in front of the biggest dickheads in British wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he's Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian Kaiju Roman
From deep in the armory, 6'3" of badass Warren Banks, handpicked by the king of the circus, Mr. Charles Crowley. This next contest. He's apparently from the happy place. They've got to be a happy place when he's just been called a dickhead. I think I can say dickhead if Charles Crowley said dickhead. I mean, I can't say it's an official title, but... Well, this match is not in the tag team tournament. I hasten to add, it's not in the women's tournament either, nor is it a Z-Force Championship match, but something else is at stake here. As I said before, it's pride. Handpicked by Charles Crowley. Pitting one of his best friends in the business against a man who, well, is not really anybody's friend. Draven taking umbrage. They are calling me a dickhead, to be fair. He's got... He's given up height. I'd say a good 6 inches of height. He's given up 30 pounds. But the one thing Ash Draven does have over Warren Banks is that experience. 9 more years in the business, 9 more years of skullduggery, 9 more years of learning tricks just like that, how to get out of an opponent's grasp. And he's going to need all those tricks. How do you do, sir? I think Ash Draven's just realised he might need to dig a little bit deeper into the bag of tricks. Banks trained with the sexual gammon gene money, so he'll know his own fair share of tricks. Oh, but who needs tricks when you've got power like that? Ash Draven almost went into the first row, if not for the grace of God and the turnbuckle pad. Banks is here. It's not just pride for him. There you go, take that to your happy place. It's about being in the position to say, this is my house. I'm staking my claim. This is a battle of being territorial. It's laying markers down. Welcome to Fight Nation. This is my house. What a dropkick. Rocking the world of Ash Draven. He rolls almost on instinct out of the ring. It was a hell of a dropkick. Maybe he fought at that moment in time. It wasn't just a case of getting a breather. It was a case of, hell, don't let the man pin me. Draven spending his time on the outside of the ring, trying to get a different game plan in order, and there you go. 9 years of experience will buy you some tricks. It could buy you a foothold back into this contest. That's what Draven done right there when he strung Warren Banks on the top rope, but it runs into a clothesline. And see, this is the problem when you've got skullduggery meeting someone who wants to stake a claim. It's attrition, and attrition always favours the more powerful man. That will loosen the molars, the canines, and the other thing you got rattling around in your mouth. What a knee that was. Still to come, we're going to crown a new Fight Nation British Heavyweight Champion for the first time in many a year. Chris Ridgeway, the last champion, against one of the best to ever do it in Britain. Then pass to Doug Williams, that's coming up shortly. But right now we're in the midst of being in the happy place of Milton Keynes as Ash Draven looks to gain some kind of momentum in this contest against Warren Banks. Hatch is going to exercise that 5 count, and it would appear that Ash Draven is happy to take every single one of those beats up to 5. You can see Warren Banks has his hand on the ropes, and Hatch, it's lucky for Warren Banks where the Hatch is such a good official, making sure as soon as he was on the ropes, bam, in with the 5 count. Ash Draven shouldn't be allowed to break those rules. There's a reason they're there. I tried to change it from the forearm to the kick and it didn't work. And Banks with the advantage, another wicked close. He lariated the boots almost out of the pantaloons did come Ash Draven there. That's what pantaloons are. They look like pantaloons even if they're not pantaloons. Oh, I'm going to go with pantaloons. I don't have a co-commentator so I can get away with that. Ash Draven trying to resist from the waistlock. Swinging neck breaker. Ash Draven's going to go over, make sure he hooks the leg. Doesn't hook the leg, doesn't put enough weight on the shoulders. A nonchalant cover. And when Warren Banks has really been owning the majority of this contest, you would have thought that Ash Draven would have gone, well, hang on, here's an opportunity. Hook the leg, weight on the shoulders. Basics. I don't think the crowd are going to really rile up Ash Draven. I think Ash Draven kind of feeds off that negativity despite coming from a happy place. Maybe that's why he's so happy. Doing his best just to concentrate on Warren Banks. Slowing the pace down. So near 2. Once again, puts more weight on the shoulders but doesn't hook the leg. Gives Banks the opportunity that he really shouldn't be given by Draven. Looking for the switchblade, it's countered out by Banks. The modified version of a twisted Uranagi. Catches the knees, the meter burn. Sit out Michinoku driver, does it on the bounce, does hook the leg, 2, only 2, says referee Chris Hatch. He had him plumb, he had him banged to rights right in the middle. It's the experience of Ash Draven in getting out of situations like that that probably fueled him at this moment in the contest. Otherwise, I think an ordinary person, a man who's not had that level of experience, I think would have been down there. Oh, header, steam, went Banks, but he runs straight into the turnbuckle because of Ash Draven going again for the switchblade. And this time he gets the switchblade. And that could be lights out right there for Warren Banks. He's hardly moved. Draven doesn't even hook the leg. No! Split second decision from Warren Banks' brain to go, nope, I'm still in this, folks. Thank you very much. Pushes the shoulder up. And Draven is left to ask himself, well, I've hit the switchblade, now what do I do? What's my next plan of attack? 14 years in the business. That will give him a lot of time to come up with a better game plan. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a game plan. That's not a game plan. That's not a game plan, that's a cane. Referee Chris actually needs to step in there. He's trying to get rid of it. Tony will be disqualified. He needs to get in there. Well, this will clearly be a disqualification. As that Draven decided he can't beat Warren Banks, he's just going to have to attack him instead. Hey, Crowley takes the cane away. We're going to see a fair fight of it. Crowley takes the cane and a huge spear. Twisted Draven inside out, Banks over, hook of the leg, 2. Draven's done for. The goose is cooked. Banks is your winner. Well, that will teach Draven. That was Draven's fault, really. He brought the cane into the ring.
And your winner, Warren Banks!
I don't think that's a case of being biased necessarily. I know Crowley and Banks are friends, but Ash Draven was the one who brought the cane into the ring. He was the one trying to utilise it as a weapon. I don't think Crowley was out of order to take it away. Banks is your winner. Staking a claim to Fight Nation being his house. The territory is protected. As Draven must unfortunately retreat to his happy place.
Unlucky Draven, you did very well. It's not me, man.
Oh, from behind, wait a minute! From behind was getting into the song that the crowd was singing. I didn't even notice Draven rush into the ring. Nicking the top out of Crowley. Well, Crowley's here in his capacity as being master of ceremonies. Trying to gouge the eyes out of the head of Crowley. Oh, not the switchblade. Goes to the switchblade, but Crowley fighting out of it. Crowley's not going to be made a mug of. Oh, low blow by Draven. He low blows Crowley. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Hit him with his own cane or something. Low blow Crowley's left him lying in the ring. We still got a main event to go. Well, Crowley's been taken out here as far as I can tell. He's saying we need an MC. Well, Hatch is referee and he can't do it. Oh, it's a good idea in principle. It looks like Crowley can't do it. No, Crowley.
We want some! 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 We want some!
Well, Hatch is at ringside. He's got his referee stripes on. He's not in a position to MC. He's got a referee. He's a referee. He's got a referee. Well, Hatch would not normally be our MC anyway, but well, wait a minute, he's refereeing. He can't referee an MC, can he? Double duty Hatch. I've never seen the like. Oh, wait a minute. A Billy Wood. Taking the gloves off. The gloves are off, man. Gloves are in the pocket. And the jacket is on. Are we gonna... If that's how we're gonna do business, I like it.
But the fact is, we've got one more match to go, and I'm not your champion.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Maybe one day I'll get the shiny gold belt, but that's not today. Are you ready for your main event? In which case, the following contest is set for one fall. And it's for the FMW British Championship. Can we bring both wrestlers to the ring?
First. One of the very best to ever lace up a pair of boots in this country, or if I'm being honest and slightly biased, any country. He earned the nickname the Ambassador over decades, 3 decades to be precise. Came out of retirement, looking for one final run with a belt. He picked the perfect place. Is it Doug Williams' destiny to become the Fight Nation champion of the new era? Or is it going back to the house of the Northwest Strong and a man who knows all about it? Now he's carrying the belt. He's brought the belt back, he's held on to that for a long time. But as far as I have been informed and I've been told, no different. The title is currently vacant. There is no champion at this point. Maybe Chris Hatch can confirm that for us.
When the bell rings, your referee, Mr. Oscar Harding. Introducing first, to my left, the challenger. From Reading, he is the ambassador of British wrestling, Doug Williams!
He's seen it all, he's done it all.
And his opponent, to my right, from the Wirral, he is your current, reigning, defending FMW British Champion, Smash Mouth, Chris Ridgeway!
Well, you ask a question, you get an answer, and thank you. Thank you to the Oracle that is Chris Hatch. Not just for emceeing, but also for letting me know, so I now know officially, that Chris Ridgeway's title reign has continued over. I'm not sure the length of his reign is carried over, but he is coming in as champion. Now that is not normally important, but in this contest it's absolutely important, because disqualifications count as they're still in effect in a championship contest. If it had been vacant, it might not have been. Chris Ridgeway has champion's advantage here in Unit 9. The ambassador, Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth has never lost a Fight Nation British Heavyweight Championship contest. The ambassador, Doug Williams, has never won one. Back in 2015, Doug Williams had a chance. He was at the inaugural Fight Nation event in London. I was there, part of that first ever tournament to decide the winner and the first champion. It wasn't to be. Doug on that occasion made it to the semi-finals. I seem to remember he ran into someone fairly villainous along the way.
ropes. Come on, back it up, Chris. Be brave, Chris. Come on. 1, 2.
One of the finest wrestlers of his generation against one of the finest wrestlers of his generation. A British dream match in many regards, and you're getting to see it live as it happens here in Milton Keynes. There's power, there is technique, there is precision from both men. Doug Williams specialises in judo. Chris Ridgeway, well, name a martial art he doesn't know. Extensive training in Noah. He's been over to Japan. He's learnt so much in such a short period of time. I'd say the most remarkable thing about Chris Ridgeway is when you find out he's only got a 7-year career. Doug Williams has 20 years experience over Chris Ridgeway. But Chris Ridgeway's learnt so much in such a short period of time. It is unreal. So as we've said, champions advantage, as we've all learnt together. So Doug's going to have to be careful when it comes to ropes, when it comes to being outside the ring. You wouldn't imagine Doug Williams is known for being in a position where he'll be disqualified, but it's something you've got to bear in mind. Williams finds a way out of it. Starts twisting the heel. That's very wise of Williams, not just because he's got a position to block out one of the kicks, but also Chris Ridgeway's arsenal is heavily reliant on his kicking ability. He's heavily reliant on his feet. Has one of the most lethal strikes in the entire world of wrestling. Beautiful transition from Ridgeway, and you can expect to see a great deal of that. Trying to lock in that arm bar, trying to snap the arm back, but Williams is wise to it. He's been in this position time and time again. Also making sure he's got a leg that trails under the rope, you can see right there. And Oscar Harding has to make sure that it's released by Ridgeway. It's been a good clean fight so far. Ridgeway not always known for that. He does have that competitive element, but he also has a very fiery temper. Oh, here we go, coming on display, Doug Williams trying to get back in the ring, and I literally just said about the temper of Chris Ridgeway, and obviously started to boil over. Dragon screws the leg down. He's clearly decided that the leg is where he's going to focus his attention. And again, it's just as wise as Williams going after Ridgeway's legs. There are strikes, there are twists, and then he go working right back on the heel, right back on the ankle, twisting at the knee joint, working over every single ligament he can find. You know, I don't want to say it because it feels like an insult, but we have to say it. You know, Doug Williams is not a young athlete, is not in the prime of his career in the way that Chris Ridgeway is. So a few shots to the leg, a few real nasty holes to the leg could ground Doug Williams down for a lot longer than Doug Williams would have been maybe 10, 15 years ago. Doug Williams is going to have to be mindful of that. He's going to have to make sure that he can't... Don't worry, Doug's got a few strikes his arsenal. It won't all be grapple. Believe me, if it's power that Ridgeway wants, Doug Williams is one of the most powerful wrestlers we've ever seen in Britain. Plied his craft all over the world. He's a TNA X Division champion, TNA World Tag Champion, IWGP Tag Team Champion. He was an FWA British Heavyweight Champion twice. He's had titles in WXW, Ring of Honor, and every single country you can shake a stick at. And he didn't do it by chance. He didn't do it by luck. And then Williams with a little kick. That little kick wasn't meant to hurt. It was just saying, come on then, Ridgeway. Come on then. Give me your kick. Come on then, lad. It's a challenge for Williams. And he's equal to the task. Back suplex. Ridgeway went straight into it. Over for the cover. Surprisingly nonchalant from a veteran like Williams. You have to wonder with someone like Doug Williams whether he was going for the cover or he was just trying to get Ridgeway to expend some of that energy. I see Doug there. Doug saying, I'll let him out. Ever the sportsman, ever the gentleman, there's a reason he'd call him the ambassador of British wrestling. Both Ridgeway and Williams have had extensive shots and holds to the legs. You have to wonder how that's going to see them fare over the duration of the rest of this championship contest. Who is going to lead Fight Nation into the new era? Will Chris Ridgeway carry on? Will he retain into the new era? Will he bridge the gap between the old Fight Nation and the new Fight Nation? Or will Doug Williams add that prestige, add that glory to our most vaunted of titles? That was a beautiful manoeuvre from Doug Williams, because what he was doing, he was twisting the knee, he was twisting the arm, but by twisting both of them, he was putting pressure on the lower and the mid of the back as well. It's a complete package there from Doug Williams. Oh my goodness me. And the fire from both men, which they are both known for, coming on display here. Pump kick. Oh, Williams went for it, goes for a Fujiwara armbar. Fujiwara armbar, he can't quite hook it. Doug Williams sees the danger, rolls himself out of it, and Ridgeway is really going in for the kill here. Rolls straight back into a leg lock, has the knee caught right where Doug Williams does not want it. Doug's not going to be able to get to the ropes from there. He's just shy of the middle of the ring. You can see from the reach of his arms, he can't quite reach it. He's trying to reach it. I think that's a mistake from Doug. He needs to drag Ridgeway a little bit. He has to try and roll out of this. Don't just try and reach from where he is. He does it anyway. What do I know? Doug Williams is a pro. He's one of the best of all time. Of course he knew he'd be able to get to the ropes. As the crowd chant ring awareness. Absolutely right. Doug Williams knows that and then some. Oh, Williams is up for the challenge. He's trying to say, Ridgeway, come on then. And you know, Ridgeway is the sort of man, he'll go mano a mano, he'll throw bombs, he doesn't care. He's happy to run into him. Ridgeway, there's absolutely no giving those forearms. I hasten to use the word stiff, but they are very, very stiff shots. They are strong style personified from both men. Oh, kick to the midsection, down goes Williams, one, there's two. Oh, it's a lean out of the shoulder. I'd be lying if I said that that shoulder went up straight, and I'd be lying if I said that shoulder looked like a powerful shoulder from Doug Williams. It did go up, but you have to wonder, as the longer this match goes, it is absolutely going to favour the younger of the two men. Doug Williams' career length is roughly the entire lifespan of Chris Ridgeway. That's the age difference, that's the difference in experience. Think of that T-bone suplex, runs into an over the head, belly to belly. Ridgeway lands on the back of his neck, and this is the moment for Doug Williams. He's thinking Chaos Fury has him hooked in the waistlock, and Ridgeway manages to hold on to ropes. Wise by Ridgeway. Up on the second rope, goes in, Ambassador catches him with an uppercut, driving right into the nose and the bridge thereof of the champion of Fight Nation. And are we about to change that narrative, about to change that opinion? We will if Doug Williams can get this hooked. Ridgeway is fighting it, he's resisting it, he's found a way out of it. They are both such absolute locksmiths in the ring. T-bone suplex goes Ridgeway, and that is amazing. Williams. Tiger Driver, two. No, Ridgeway manages to kick the legs just enough, and you could see from the look on Ridgeway's face that he had to put every bit of himself into that kick out. Williams manages to just switch it up in a way that almost no one has ever done. He went into that technical side of things. He was trying to put Ridgeway in a position where he's on the back foot. It wasn't working, and bam, out of nowhere, an uppercut. Bam, out of nowhere, has him with a Tiger Driver. Had him that waistlock once again, thinking Chaos Fury, and now look where Doug Williams is going, and he's gone up there so many times, could be thinking bomb scare, but Ridgeway is up so quickly. It's caught Doug Williams completely off guard. The speed of Ridgeway, really the speed of his resiliency. Superplex from the second rope, and not only that, but he had him with a forearm smash for good measure. Doesn't hook the leg, but almost got him anyway. Off the ropes goes Ridgeway, and kicks the life out of Doug Williams right to the heart. No, Doug Williams barely gets the shoulder up, but the shoulder goes up once again. Ridgeway is zeroing in. But Williams, he does not know how to say die. He does not know how to quit. That's how he is who he is. Oh, goodness me, Ridgeway with a PK right to the skull of Williams, and Ridgeway retains. Wow.
Here is your winner, and still FNW British Champion, Chris Ridgeway.
So it is Chris Ridgeway, here at Renaissance in Milton Keynes, that continues his lineage into the new era of Fight Nation. Doug Williams gave it everything he had, but an absolute firestorm of an onslaught at the Ephraim Ridgeway was enough to seal the deal. Ridgeway rolls on into the new era. How long does that mean he's held the belt for now? A very, very long time. Thank you so much for choosing to watch Fight Nation. This has been FNW. This has been Renaissance. We will see you down the road, and what a beautiful, beautiful, long and delicious road it now is in the world we find ourselves in. 500 days later, Fight Nation is back, and the very best in British wrestling is back too. Ultimate respect from generation to generation. That's what it's all about. The history, the prestige, the athleticism, and the legacy. This is Fight Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation.